India-Pakistan tensions exploded in the UNHRC. This as India destroyed fake Pakistani propaganda on Kashmir. Not just that, at the UNHRC, India has demanded that Pakistan must vacate illegally occupied regions of Kashmir or POK as well as Gilgit-Baltistan.
We call upon Pakistan to vacate these areas which remain under its forcible occupation.
India's representative reprimanded not just Pakistan but also the Organization of Islamic Cooperation or the OIC for attempts to distort reality. India's First Secretary Anupama Singh, while rebuking Pakistan at the high-level segment of the 61st UN Human Rights Council, stated, India is compelled to exercise its right of reply in response to the reference made during the high-level segment by Pakistan and the OIC. We categorically reject these allegations. We call upon Pakistan to vacate the areas under its forcible occupation. New Delhi also says no amount of propaganda by Pakistan nor by the 57 members of the OIC will change the fact that entire Jammu and Kashmir legally and historically belongs to India after the ruler Maharaja Hari Singh acceded to India during partition in 1947. Our news report on India-Pakistan tensions was ranking among the top 5 in Google News videos. I am Shobhit Mittal. Do subscribe to InConnect News for the most informative news content. First Secretary Anupama Singh added, perhaps it finds it unbelievable that the development budget of Jammu and Kashmir is more than double the recent bailout package it or Pakistan sought from the IMF. This was in reference to the $1 billion loan that the IMF granted Pakistan under the Extended Fund Facility right after India conducted Operation Sindoor anti-terror operation inside Pakistan in May 2025. Now, this brought total disbursements by the IMF to Pakistan to about $2.1 billion just recently, according to reports. Now, India also accused the 57-member bloc of Islamic countries, the OIC, of being a toothless body and parroting the same fake propaganda by fellow Islamic nation Pakistan, which is just an attempt to distort history and reality. Anupama Singh claims the OIC has become nothing but an echo chamber for that or Pakistan's political compulsions. New Delhi has reiterated that Jammu and Kashmir was, is and will always remain an integral part of India, adding, Pakistan would do well if it focuses on fixing its deepening internal crisis than to mask them with grandstanding at such a platform. The world can certainly see through its charade. In fact, Kashmir has always been part of India. India's Hindu emperor Ashoka the Great founded the ancient city of Srinagar in 3rd century BC, and since then Kashmir had been a center of Indian teachings and learnings at a time when neither the concept of Pakistan or Islam even existed. During partition in 1947, Jammu and Kashmir decided to stay with India once more, rejecting Pakistan. However, by then Pakistani military-backed militants had captured some parts of Kashmir, which even today remain under illegal Pakistani control. First Secretary Anupama Singh also explained, no amount of wishful rhetoric or audacious propaganda by Pakistan can alter the immutable fact that accession of Jammu and Kashmir to India was completely legal and irrevocable and in accordance with Indian Independence Act 1947 and the international law. Now, once more, New Delhi has warned Pakistan to vacate illegal POK. The only outstanding dispute regarding this region is the illegal occupation of Indian territories by Pakistan. We call upon Pakistan to vacate these areas which remain under its forcible occupation, added the Indian diplomat. Now, Pakistan's Secretary for Human Rights, Abdul Sheikh, had earlier accused India, claiming it illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. A press release by Press Information Department of Pakistan claimed, reaffirming the principle that self-determination is not for sale. In a similar narrative, Pakistan's Law Minister Azam Tarar also accused India of continued denial of right to self-determination in Kashmir. But I guess they have not seen visuals of Kashmiris marching with Indian flags while welcoming tourists from other parts of India with flowers and garlands.
जो अंग्रेज पूरा नहीं कर पाए, वो आपके हाथों पूरा हुआ.
Kashmir is booming in India, and Pakistani allegations and backing for UN-designated terror groups is just an extension of its ideology of Islamist terror. In fact, the UNHRC list on global terror groups have massive Pakistani representation.
UN's designated lists of terrorists are replete with its nationals.
While POK is struggling at 2% GDP growth, Jammu and Kashmir is growing at 7%. Total GDP figures are at $4.9 billion versus $32 billion, or 6 times higher. India's Jammu and Kashmir has 2,812 hospitals compared to only 6 in Pakistan Occupied Kashmir, while Jammu and Kashmir has 35 universities compared to only 6 in Pak Occupied Territory. The Indian diplomat added that Pakistan's narrative on Jammu and Kashmir simply reeks of envy. Pakistan reportedly has been criticizing India's democratic process in Kashmir, to which Singh responded by saying that it is hard to take lectures from a country where civilian governments rarely complete their terms. Now, you wouldn't believe this, but in Pakistan's entire history, since it came into existence in 1947, no prime minister, not one prime minister, has completed a full 5-year term in office. Pakistan is a totally failed state. It's a failed democracy. It's an Islamist military state disguised as a democracy. There have been 3 military coups in Pakistan for extended periods, and even today's government is merely a puppet of the Pakistani military. On the other hand, India is the world's largest democracy and soon the world's 3rd largest economy. And this is what Pakistan just cannot digest. And the reason behind Islamabad's open support for Islamist terror groups targeting Kashmir. India's First Secretary Anupama Singh slammed Pakistan over state-sponsored terror. She added, despite Pakistan's efforts to destabilize the region through relentless state-sponsored terror, Jammu and Kashmir continues to surge ahead, politically, economically, and socially. In fact, 2025 elections in Kashmir saw a record voter turnout, with some regions recording nearly 75% voter turnout. On Pakistani allegations, Anupama Singh added, they ring hollow. The record voter turnout in General Assembly and Assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir is a testimony to the fact that people in Jammu and Kashmir have rejected the ideology of terror and violence propagated by Pakistan and are surging ahead on the path of development and democracy. Singh claims Pakistani government is hallucinating and living in an alternate reality, completely unaware of realities on ground in Kashmir. Pakistan had called the development of Kashmir as fake, to which Indian diplomat replied, if the Chenab Rail Bridge, the world's highest railway bridge inaugurated in Jammu and Kashmir last year, is considered fake, then Pakistan must be living in La La Land. Now, the Chenab Bridge is the world's highest railway bridge inaugurated on the 6th of June 2025. In fact, Jammu and Kashmir's growth rate is faster than several other Indian states. And this is why Pakistan is envious and Pak-based terror groups constantly attempt to misguide Kashmiri youth with their hateful terror ideology. India has launched major projects in Jammu and Kashmir with an aim to increase connectivity, power and growth. The main focus as of now is on rail, road and hydropower and urban infrastructure and development. Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link is a 272-kilometer line with 36 tunnels, 943 bridges worth 43,700 crore rupees. The Anji rail bridge was inaugurated on the 6th of June 2025. This is India's first cable-supported rail bridge. 19 national highway projects worth 10,600 crore rupees have begun and were approved in June 2025. This includes the Pir Ki Gali Tunnel, Sadhana Tunnel, Zaznar-Shopia Road and the Trehgam-Chamkote Road. 1,800-kilometer road development under Vibrant Village program has also been approved. Hydropower projects that are ongoing also include the Sawalkot Dam, Pakaldul, Kiru, Kwar and the Ratle dams. The foundation of a new medical college in Jammu was also laid on the 6th of June 2025 as part of 46,000 crore rupee project. The progress on Shahpur Kandi Dam is also ongoing for irrigation of 32,173 hectares of land. But the real question is, will Pakistan ever willingly return illegally occupied POK to India? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to InConnect News.